Hi, welcome to our daily reading for Wednesday, February 15th, 2017. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the musical playlist below. See if there's more depth to this reading for you in any of those songs, or just enjoy the music. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you so much, and I'll see you in a moment for the reading. Hi, welcome to our daily reading for Wednesday, February 15th, 2017. Let's begin and see what kind of energy is coming through for our day. We're going to start with the numerology guidance cards. Let's get clarity for the day. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, or higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energies coming through and wisdom to ride these energies best. Let's start with one card and get clarity for our day. A nice foundation energy for Wednesday, February 15th, 2017. Self-love is coming through. Number 61. So this is a 7. It's the road to truth, the road that feels good in your own shoes. Being you. I see new clothes, like fitting into new clothes. That was cool. When I see self-love, I think of like, the first thing I thought of was like a foot bath, like a soaking your feet, maybe coming home after being on your feet and just soaking your feet in like a little bath, or taking a bath, or maybe a massage. Maybe something like that today. Taking care of yourself. Going to bed early. You could be like me and fall asleep like a child at 7 p.m. if you want. Or accidentally. It's taking care of yourself. If you're tired, go to bed. If you have to, I'm getting like clean up something around the house. Do something for you today. Take care of yourself first so you can, you know, give to others on a full plate when you have to. But right now, today, it's about you. It's about coming back to you, going back home. I hear comfort. It just makes me think of like slippers and a big like fuzzy robe. So I think of like even a spa, maybe treating yourself today, maybe getting your hair done, maybe a manicure, pedicure, something like that, something for you, something you've been thinking about for a while. I just see a home cooked meal, maybe preparing some meals for your lunch tomorrow, the next day, having something ready in the fridge, some salad, soup, something like that. Like preparing a little extra today for perhaps when you can't tomorrow, the next day. I just see like a home cooked meal and a good packed lunch. So that could be for today or tomorrow, maybe preparing for tomorrow. Maybe going to the store, you know, just getting some nice fruits and vegetables and whole grains and healthy living foods, beautiful things in your cart, in your basket. Sometimes it's nice to take a basket if you can. Then you get to use a little extra energy. You carry what you can handle. You don't take too much, but it depends on where you live. Sometimes you live far from the store and you have to write a list and prepare and get everything you need a little more in bulk than in a city when you can walk down the street and go to the bodega and get fresh fruits and vegetables like that, which is pretty cool. So whatever you need to do for you, if you need to prepare a little extra, maybe like, I see like frozen foods or like pastas, canned foods, something like that you can have, and then maybe just going on occasion for the fresh stuff, you know, what fits in the basket when you need it, but having that bulk stuff ready to go. And maybe it's looking through your cupboards too. That's sort of weird. Like looking at what you have and seeing if there's anything that's getting kind of old that you had in bulk from before and you can actually use before it's bad. Like tomato, like I'm seeing like pizza sauce in tomato cans, or like tomato paste, something like that. Anything in a can or like a jar that you can use now. And then maybe start a new like replenishment in your cupboards, you know, a new chapter, a new like fresh start up there. Get rid of the old stuff, see if there's anything old in your fridge, and start fresh. You know, I'm getting like clearing something out, and I'm getting like nice smells, like garlic, you know, like you walk into a house and it's like grandma's house, or your husband or your wife cooks, you know, something really awesome, and it's that smell, or something from your childhood, or your mom or your dad cooked, like a familiar, comfortable smell. Maybe it's you're a chef, and maybe it's your smell, like you're cooking, I'm getting smell that's comfortable to others, but maybe it's just starting, I'm getting perfume now. So maybe it's finding a new scent, a new thing that makes, I'm getting recaptures something or captures something new about you. That's sort of weird, because when I think of scent or essence, I feel like it's kind of hard to capture or put into words. You know, it's sort of like elusive, like a dream or a memory. Scent reminds me of memory and reminds me of music, like it triggers a moment, and going back into that moment right away, like what you were doing, how you felt, what was going on, how the wind was blowing on you, who you were with, how you were feeling. So maybe it's recapturing something, or a new moment coming through, and that is going to be something that you remember later. I'm getting like, I want to say like spa, like fresh scents. All right, let's continue. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but self-love is coming through. So taking care of yourself today. I see like meditation. I see just that beautiful moment when you forget what's around you. You forget the stress. You forget the time, the schedule, everything out here, even for a moment, and allow yourself. It's like that moment before you fall asleep sometimes. That moment becomes sleep, but if it's just a nap or a meditation moment, it's that place where you can just absorb and let go at the same time. So let's get clarity. Let's go to the Guardian Angel Tarot and get clarity for Wednesday. Let's get clarity on self-love. This could be helping somebody else too today. Maybe somebody else is always taking care of somebody else, everybody else, and not themselves. Maybe it's you recognizing that and like taking somebody for a manicure, pedicure, like getting your, you know, soaking your feet. Maybe just taking care of your honey, like rubbing your honey's feet, taking care of yourself. I feel like in some cases, it's you helping somebody else that would never do it on their own, that perhaps never even had that experience of, even like I see one of those funny chairs in the mall where you put the like $1 in or $5 in, and it like, you know, it's like the massage chair, even something like that, like giving somebody $5, here you go, I'm gonna go shopping, you sit in that chair, and it's like the best experience ever. Like they'll totally go shopping with you again if they get to sit there instead of be stressed out in the store. It could be something like that, sort of silly, or maybe it's just you putting $5 or $1 in that funny chair and getting a massage, you know, taking a moment to like let go of whatever was going on out there and have like, I'm just getting a moment. I'm getting like, it could be funny to watch too. Those chairs are like, ugh, you know, like sometimes it's just like the moment is the experience watching somebody else in that chair, because it's kind of funny. So maybe you're getting to see somebody you know in the chair and it's making you laugh. Maybe you want to stay and not go shopping, hang out for that. Maybe you both want to put some, you know, $1 in and hang out on those chairs. I don't know why I'm seeing those massage chairs. But maybe it's just like a massage. Sometimes it's just, it takes like, sometimes we can do it ourselves, but sometimes it's nice to have somebody else do it. You know, they can, even like Reiki or acupuncture or, you know, something like that. Even just hanging out in like a sauna, something like that where you can just relax. Perhaps instead of going into the gym and working out today, you can hang out in the sauna or take an extra long shower. You know, something like that, that extra moment that just refreshes you. It like recharges your energy. It washes away all the gunk that was going on in the day. And like, I'm just getting refreshing, that nice, like, I just took a shower kind of smell, you know? So, see where that refreshing energy can be in your world. I just got like a whiff of hair, like somebody's hair that smells really good. Or... I'm going to say it because it came through, or somebody who stinks a little bit in their armpits, but you really like that smell. So it's not really bad for you. Maybe others don't like that armpit smell, but it's good for you. Maybe they need to take a shower too, but you don't mind so much if they don't. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Maybe there's someone else around you who just doesn't mind how you smell, you know? Maybe that's like working out together even. Maybe you're working out, but gonna take it easy afterwards. Sometimes when we work out, we get to sleep like a baby later if we have trouble sleeping otherwise. So sometimes it takes physical energy, moving around, doing something, and getting some exercise, parking farther away from the storefront than the closest spot. You know, just doing a little extra, and it gets our energy out. You know, it helps recirculate us and like things that are blocked. Sometimes we have blocked energy or things bothering us and we don't know where to put it or what to do with it. Sometimes it's being creative too. All right. And sometimes it's putting it all down and retreating. So let's see. Let's see what's coming through for the day. Wednesday, February 15th. Wow. Wow. That's a nice card. This is such a beautiful card. It could be an Aquarius or that like, just, this is that pure, like both recognizing your dreams and where you're going and the shoes you're stepping into, that I'm getting that role, that persona, that perception you're stepping into, that understanding that you're gaining. It's like seeing the bigger picture in the stars instead of being stuck on the ground. It's like you're using the stars, you're using the bigger picture around you to get around on the ground and make it real. It's like you found your map here. You found a bigger map here. It's 17. It's, so it brings you to an 8. It brings you back in power by releasing something completely. I feel like when 17 comes through, the star, it's divine. It's also divine timing. It's not always our timing, but it somehow feels right the more we step into that allowance. It's a letting go here. It's a release. It's just letting the next breeze come by and blow that page open when it should. And while the page, the book, the chapter is open and we're in that experience, it's getting in there and making it alive until the next wind gust comes, the next wave comes, the next thing we dive into comes. But we're in the experience here, you know, but we have the footing on the entire picture, the entire book, the entire journey under us, both where we're coming from and where we're going. We can't see it all, and we shouldn't hang on to everything from the past. This is definitely being in the moment, being in the now. It's freedom. It's releasing something. It's releasing your dreams a little bit. It's having a goal, having a focus, having something you can sort of reach towards. But it doesn't mean it's always what you attain, what you reach. Usually it's bigger. Usually just you reaching out ends up, I see you like stepping into like, I want to say like outer spaces, like the ocean. So you're sort of floating and swimming at the same time wherever you want to go. When you're in the universe, when you're in the stars, you can get there faster. You know, you can teleport there in a blink. You're in the now, you're in the moment, you're yourself. You're falling into your own destiny here. Your angels are always guiding you here, helping you here. Not pushing you, you know, but if you ask for guidance, it's here. There is something like lighting your way. I feel like it's a twinkle here. I just heard Satellite by Dave Matthews Band. That was cute. I like that song. I just thought of 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. Out of nowhere, there we go. That was a weird start of our playlist for the day. This card is celebration. It's having fun in the moment. It's celebrating the moment you have. It's understanding all the blessings and all the strength and everything that you've gone through to get you here, where you are right now, to let go and release whatever comes through. It's usually something bigger than you thought, you know, if you just allow it to come. So this is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away, and the light at the end of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long-term plans for a joyful future. You might make a long-term plan, and somehow along that journey, it becomes even a bigger plan or something completely different. But it's having that one little thing that you focus on that at least gets you started in the right direction. Whatever in the universe needs to come is open-ended for it to come through along the way, and you are a part of it. You're a part of every decision here. So, and there's a bigger purpose. It's like you're feeling that bigger purpose, and you're feeling that joy in figuring it out and just making it a journey, making it a discovery, making it an adventure rather than needing to know everything. It's falling into the adventure. I see like one of those books, you know, like I'm thinking like maybe 80s, 90s, I'm sure they still have it, where you just get to the end of the page and it asks you, do you want to go to A, B, or C? And you choose, and you go to that part. I used to do those books and choose like every different direction and figure out every way you could get anywhere. I always felt like there needed to be more choices at the bottom, you know? So make your own choice. You don't have to go with that choice that's in front of you. If it says A, B, or C, and you want to go with D, or G, or H, or Q, go with the other ones, you know? Make your own letter up, make your own direction up. Go that way. See where it brings you. The whole universe is at your fingertips here. The universe says. You know, there's a bigger connection here and a deeper connection inside of you. So it's both huge and personal and special for you. It's going to feel personal, even though it feels bigger. So have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. Eventually, you know, sometimes we need to be patient. All right, so let's get another card for 17, the star. I feel like there's singing here. I see a choir. I see a choir. I can see like a bunch of songs. Like I can see the songs. I want to say maybe the videos where I see a choir, but I'm getting nothing. So I'm going to try to find something with an awesome choir in it and put that below. The first thing I thought of is I Believe I Can Fly. Does that have a choir? I'm not sure, but I'm going to put that below. That makes me think of the funny video with the slow loris where it can't get across the road and the guy comes and just picks it up and its arms are there and it does that. I'll put that below. That makes me smile. All right, so celebration, you know, maybe it's just making it across the road, making it across the way and seeing there's something on the other side there that's different. Maybe it's being able to go back and forth across a way that you thought was like a burned bridge, something like that. You found a way across something. You found a different way through something. I see mountains, like going with the flow of something rather than maybe trying to go over the mountain. Or maybe you went over the mountain and saw the bigger perspective and now you can go through. I see like the valley, you know, like just deciding instead of trekking it the hard way, you're just going to get an inner tube and roll down the river instead to make it easy. So, self-love, that made me think of like, you know, at a water park, they have like all the speed slides and like the fast, crazy, like wave pool and everything like that. And then they have the like lazy river. That's what I see here today. I see the lazy river. And speaking of the lazy river, we're going to do a simple 3-card reading today. I know my readings have been later this week. They've been morning readings. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get going in the morning. This morning it was taking care of Vincenzo that I had to do first. He was being a stinker today. So let's get one more card. Speaking of birds that are stinkers, we're going to go to the Winged Enchantment Oracle cards. Let's get one more card for Wednesday. Clarity on self-love, 61 and 17, the star. Celebration. I'm going to read this one more time. This is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away, and the light at the end of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long-term plans for a joyful future, so think positive. You might still be in the dark a little bit, but you at least know the direction. You can at least feel the direction, feel the right way, you know, in you, that's pulling you a certain way that feels good. It's that way. Start that way. See where it brings you. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. I just heard Christina Aguilera, beautiful. I'll put that below. That's a nice song. Let's get another card. One more card for Wednesday. Clarity on the star and 61, self-love. Taking care of your own dreams too is sort of what I'm getting. Not so much what everybody else tells you you're good at even, or what you're talented at even, or what you should be doing even, but it's really tapping into what you want to do. Sometimes you have a talent that you need to put away and it finds its way back into your world somewhere else. And sometimes there's a new thing that comes into your world, or a new desire, or a new knack for something. You know, a new niche that comes through that you want to try. It might feel weird in the beginning because it's new, but it doesn't mean it's not going to be a natural talent in you. Sometimes we have talents that we've had, maybe, you know, from like natural childhood, maybe prodigy, maybe past lives, whatever that comes through that we just get. And sometimes it's up to us to start something new here, now, that we're not always so natural with, but we still have a hunger to learn. And it's up to us to start at the beginning, book 1, book 2, book 3, lesson 1, 2, 3, and get better. And then it becomes natural. Then it becomes an innate talent that we did have. We just didn't tackle it yet. So sometimes we have to tackle something new. And sometimes it merges everything together. What we're good at, what we're natural with, what we want to do, what we never knew we wanted to do, all comes through in the end. But sometimes we have to focus on one at a time. I'm not sure what I just said at all, just so you know. All right, let's get another card for Wednesday. Oh, we have the sparrow coming through. All right, so the sparrow, look at all the roses. That made me think of The Rose by Bette Midler. It's a very simple song, but it's very, very beautiful. Sometimes simple is nice. So the roses, I'm getting just, when I see the roses, I see the essence again, that smell, but I see something that is delicate and needs to unfold naturally. It also has thorns. So, you know, it's not always all lovely and beautiful and rainbow and butterflies. Sometimes you need to get through some thorns, you know, and see how those thorns gain you strength, how you learn how to trim something better, get through something better, get through the thorns next time, use the thorns to your advantage even. I see flight. I don't know. I see flight and something really delicate and really grounded here. Really gentle, almost like a child. All right, let's see. This has come through before. It's 32, so it's a 5. It is change. The sparrow. I am sparrow, the enlightenment of self-worth, right? And then you have self-love. So there's definitely a message coming through. You know, your own dreams, taking care of yourself here. You know, perhaps you just, it's a discovery process, you know. We never know everything that we want to do all at once. Sometimes we just have little dreams, little goals that come through, and it's achieving each one of those small things that end up adding up to something big. You know, it's never just that everything all at once. I just thought of, I keep getting Nika Costa lately. I just got everyone got that something. So it's just, it's that flame that lasts longer than that 15 minutes of fame. It's something that's valuable. It's something that's valuable to you, that flame that you want to keep burning along, that keeps you feeling alive every day. So I am pride in simplicity and honor in the commonplace. I am the one standing vigilant. I am power in numbers and the contentment of being part of the larger whole. Much of human endeavor thrives on originality and standing out boldly from the crowd. My wisdom encourages the acknowledgement of the role. That reminds me of the Little Prince story and like his rose. My wisdom encourages the acknowledgement of the role of community and family, and that makes me think of all the planets he went to, and it makes me think of astrology and all the different lessons you learn from the different energies of the stars, the planets. You know, maybe your specific energetic pattern and how you specifically what to say, like circulate or like resonate to the different patterns that come through, astrologically speaking, astronomically speaking, energetically speaking. We all react and act differently. I feel like when we're born, that moment, that rising sign we have, that piece of the sky that we're exactly under, that moment we come out, we're like zapped with that blueprint, that exact moment of energy that was in the sky, and it sort of like zaps us with a specific energy that is our energetic field that we come out with. So, and then we work our life through the energetic field and how it circulates through the sky and how those energetic fields in the skies change all the time, and therefore we change accordingly. Just like the tides on the earth and the moon going back and forth, except the bigger planets have different kind of energies. Wow, I'm going on weird tangents today. So maybe it's astrology, you know, understanding your whole birth chart, the whole thing, not just the sun, moon, and rising, but how it all works together, and maybe getting even deeper into like transits and like, you know, like sextile, trine, opposition, maybe compatibility charts, even like synastry charts. I see like, I see them as like taking somebody's wheel. Like, so when you do partnership charts, maybe somebody's interested in that. Like you take somebody's birth chart, somebody else's birth chart, you put them together, you sort of twist the wheel so they match at the right position, and then you get a new dynamic, which is the relationship. It's like a brand new chart that is the relationship between this and this. Maybe it's that, you know, sometimes it's about the dynamic that a relationship makes and not exactly what they are on their own. It makes something brand new, makes a new dynamic. And then that's something different to work on top of your own birth chart that you're probably working on in this life. Wow, I'm going on tangents. Let's go back to this and finish this reading. Much of the human endeavor thrives on originality, of standing out boldly from the crowd. My wisdom encourages the acknowledgement of the role of community and family to shape your personal destiny. We all come from a different place, and not only are we zapped and we have our own personality, but depending on where we're born, our family, our environment, even within the same neighborhood, you can have totally different households, you know? And then we step into our world and our life, and then adulthood, and then sometimes we carry things through from our childhood, and sometimes we want it to be different. We want it to be not what it was, and we create something new. Sometimes we get stuck. You know, or sometimes something comes in our world to show us that we should make something different, and we're here to make the change. We don't have to keep a same pattern. Sometimes there's beautiful patterns in tradition that are meant to be here to hold on to, the wisdom to cherish, you know? So it's finding that balance. You cannot always fly solo, but you cannot neglect the threads that bind it all together. You are approaching a time that will require a group effort and a need to blend in while fostering your imprint in the world. So figure out what you really want, what's really good for you, what you really feel about something, what your truth is, who you really are first, you know, before maybe making opinions on everyone else's world or having everyone else's world make such an impression upon you. So you can stand out and stand firm on your own and know where you are and where everyone else's strengths are. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses, you know, and we're all learning. So it's using all of that day to day to help others get up when they fall and recognize their strengths, and others recognizing the same with you, you know. It is a mighty gift to flit about the world unseen, and a greater gift to know you have flocks behind you. And if you need them, if you need to pull back, regroup, and find common ground, you are engaging humanity. You are part of something great. You are open. You are open. That's this, being open. You are Sparrow. So be open to whatever new needs to come through, whatever the universe needs to provide you, whatever changes you need to make, you know, to help the universe provide for you. It starts with tapping into you, your own divine connection to God, to the universe, you know. I hope this is helpful to you guys. This was a beautiful reading, although it was a little bit intense. I hope this was helpful. I love you so much. I'll see you soon.